Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all well and I'm happy to see you all back for my first video in 2025. In this episode we are going to visit a real watchmaker and let him authenticate my Super-Clone Pepsi from China that I bought for $1,000. To make things as difficult as possible for him, I put the watch in the original Rolex box with the original papers, links and accessories. This should give the Super-Clone watch an even better illusion of a real Rolex and is a realistic scenario as those accessories can be bought aftermarket and put together with a fake watch. The service will be charged and gives us a real life experience of a watch authentication. So grab a coffee and enjoy the video. The store we are going to visit is called Timepiece 360 in the Gold and Diamonds Park right next to the Sheikh Zayed Road in Dubai. I showed this store in several shopping videos, so we should be allowed to film the experience. Connected to Timepiece 360 in the same building is TP Labs, which is an independent watch servicing center that also does watch authentication services. The store has their own in-house watchmakers and proper equipment to do such an inspection. Besides inspecting watches, the store also buys, sells and auctions watches. You can find the links in the video description. So Thomas, I have this watch for authentication. Maybe you can quickly tell me how much you charge for it, what services you do.
Yes, of course. So for this one, this is a Rolex.
Yes.
We charge 600 dirhams. For other brands like Tag Heuer, Omega, we charge actually less, it's 450. And then we can go up to about 950 for JLC and those sort of models. So yeah, 600 at the moment, actually 25% off. So it's a good deal.
Oh, okay, cool. How are we going to do it? You are going to check the watch or?
Yeah, so we've actually got a team of watchmakers. So there's 3 of them at the moment. We check all of the watches that we have in store, and also even if you don't buy with us, you can come in and check your watch. There's it takes about 30 to 45 minutes. There will be one watch technician who will look at the watch, look at the movement, the dial, everything like that. Box papers to see if it's genuine. Then they'll take it on to a second technician who will also sort of confirm the findings, basically. So we use a lot of different tools. You've got the water resistance checker, you've got the microscope, there's a few things that they do to really check if it's real or not.
Oh, okay. We are now with one of the in-house watchmakers and start the watch inspection.
Yes, we have here a Rolex box.
For the beginning, the set is checked for any missing accessories and for the proper authenticity of all components.
Here we have the white tag, says 126710, PNR, an extra link, and it's the actual watch. And the green tag also. Okay.
The warranty card is inspected under a magnifying lens, first for the correct colors and sharpness of the text. The watchmaker also checks for any inconsistencies of the date in case the date was removed and a newer date was added later on to increase the value of the watch.
Yes. So obviously that means that this car don't have a special feature. Comes.
Finally, an NFC reader will check if there is a chip inside the card.
Wait, there's a problem. The card is good. The card is good.
Box and papers pass the test. The next important check is done on the extra links to the watch. The watchmaker counts if all links that should come with the watch are complete and inspects the links of their authenticity. Bad sellers often exchange extra links with fake links to sell the genuine links for a high price and by that compensate for possible losses on the watch or increase their profits even more. And also the links pass the test. This is a good sign as the links are the genuine parts from my own Rolex Pepsi, which I put into the box to make things even more difficult.
So let's check the watch.
In the next step, the watch is thoroughly inspected under the magnifying lens for any abnormalities. The test is especially important as it would also show any problems, aftermarket changes or damage on a genuine product.
Rolex GMT Master 2.
Next, the bracelet will be removed to inspect case engravings. The Super-Clone uses the same bracelet removal tool as the genuine product.
I can show you also the difference of the engraving of the model number. Here is the original.
Yes. Okay.
Compare with the replica.
The case engravings are all correct as per the inspection, but lack in quality, which is a sign for a fake watch.
Oh yes, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here you can see in macro the engraving on my Super-Clone watch. And in comparison, the watchmaker showed us the engravings on the genuine Rolex GMT Master 2 Batgirl. As you can see, the quality on the genuine product is much better, the text is sharp and easy to read. The spacing is much wider and the brushing much finer.
So now what we are doing is to check the pressure test of
Yes.
the watch. So the Rolex GMT Master 2 supposed to pass for the 10 bars. So try to check it. And yeah.
In the next step, the watch we are inspecting is put to a pressure test. A real Rolex GMT Master 2 should be pressure resistant up to 100 meter or 10 bar. So let's see how good our test watch is. And after a few minutes, we can see that the test is passed. So no obvious sign for a Super-Clone at this part of the inspection.
Good. So the watch passed. 10 bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving on, a quick inspection of the bezel. The material was also identified as ceramic and had no obvious giveaways of a clone, so the watchmaker is testing it under UV light. A real Rolex Pepsi bezel should light up in complete red, while this one shows blue and red, another big sign of a fake watch. At this point, the watchmaker is already sure that we have a fake Pepsi in our hands. But to complete the process of the watch authentication, he will show me now a lot more signs that they can only see with special equipment. For that, the watch will now be put under an electric microscope, and in comparison, he will show us a genuine Rolex GMT Master 2 Batgirl, which comes with all the same features except for the bezel inlay.
We will compare what's their difference.
Okay.
So okay, now we are checking the logo, crown logo of the glass, which is positioned at the 6 o'clock. You can see the crown, the perfect laser edge.
Yep.
Yes. Compare to the replica one. You can see how you can now tell the difference.
Yes, that's crazy.
Next is the engraved serial number. The font is slightly thinner, again less precise engraved, and not perfectly centered in the chapter ring.
You can check the numbers, which is quite off. Yeah.
Why is it off?
Yeah, I mean the height,
Huh?
the thickness,
Yeah.
and the inconsistent engraving or quality
Okay.
of those numbers. Compare to the original one.
Yes.
And now I can compare it to the original one. Yeah. So clean and perfect. Wait. Here, you can see how clear it is.
Yes, yes. Big difference.
Yes.
Wow.
Now checking the hands. The original has perfectly round hands. In comparison, the replica ones are not 100% round and the edges of the hands are poorly finished.
The quality of the hands.
Yep.
Here. This is the original Rolex watch.
Yes.
If you can see, the second hand. It's perfectly round.
Yes.
Unlike, compare to the replica one, you can check, you can see. You can already tell the difference by looking at it.
It's not perfectly
It's
round.
not perfectly round, and the quality of the material they used is very off.
Okay.
You can see the excess metal around it, the excessive luminous stain. You can also see the dirt around it.
Yes.
Here, the bezel insert. You can check the quality, the engraving or the etching, laser edging of the ceramic bezel.
Yes.
This is the fake one,
Yep.
the replica one. If you can see the numberings,
Yes.
the quality, the cut, it's almost not, it's not straight or not perfectly cut.
Yep.
Yep. Compare.
The bezel insert looks good at the first glance, but under an electric microscope it gives away huge quality errors on the numerals. The edges are very rough, while the genuine product has perfectly engraved numerals.
Here,
Oh.
we can see,
Yes.
we
Big
can see the
difference.
big difference.
Yes.
You can tell the big difference with
Wow.
the cuts.
Wow. Okay. And how about the magnifying lens?
Oh, the Cyclops.
Yes.
It's, you can compare
Yes.
this glass. The Cyclops supposed to have a times 2.5. You call this multiply? Yeah, you can see the numbering. It's much clearly.
Okay.
Gonna
Let's check on
Okay, trying the replica one.
The date comes very close on the Super-Clone, but is a bit blurred on the edges.
But still not clear. Yeah. Yeah.
the. Okay.
You can see it's still blurred.
Yes.
The
yes.
Cyclops is still blurred. Unlike the original one. This is the original Rolex dial. You can see here the alignment, the printing. Let's get straight. Clear, clean.
Yes.
Okay, consistent.
Yep.
So you can compare it to
Yes.
we
I
can
see.
yeah. You
Yes.
can see here the inconsistency of the printing of the dial, and if you could notice the crown logo,
Yes.
it's too long
Mm-hmm.
compared to the original one, and it's much steep.
Yes.
No, it's one of it. If we
Okay.
have anything. No.
And the printing
Same
of the
here.
dial is another difference we can see under the electric microscope. Different dimensions and less precise printing.
And stop now. That's it.
Before we come to the highlight, opening the case back and inspecting the Super-Clone movement, we will have a look at the bracelet. On a first look, there is no difference. Checking with a high magnification, we can spot the first difference at the Rolex crown. The original bracelet is fully polished underneath the crown, while the fake watch is not polished in between the crown prongs. Also, the shape of the crown is slightly different, but this would be very hard to tell without the genuine product next to it. And last, we have the acid engraving inside the clasp, which is more rough on the fake product.
Okay.
And finally, we are going to have a look at the movement, which is usually the biggest giveaway. Starting with the case back.
If you can see, the stump of the case back is too off. Quality is poor.
The case back is engraved in a little bit less precise quality, but again, I would say it's very hard unless you have them both side by side to judge if it is a genuine or a fake case back. And the movement is, as expected, the biggest giveaway.
The watch is completely fake. The movement is not the Rolex. Most likely it's modified. Yep.
Modified what?
Modified movement. This is not an original movement. Rolex
Yes.
movement, yes. And if you can see the rotor bearing and the quality, the material of the movement is very, very poor.
Yeah. Would you say this is a good copy or a poor copy? I mean, for me it looks quite original.
For someone that don't have idea regarding the movement,
Yeah.
maybe it's yes, but for us, if you have known or you have experience of having a Rolex and so Rolex movement, you can see right away that it has a big difference.
A non-Rolex movement that is modified to look like a genuine movement. The dimensions are off. The finishing is nowhere close to the finishing of a genuine movement, and the blue hairspring is missing. This is a dead giveaway for a fake watch. Just remember, guys, let a professional check the movement and don't try to open the case back yourself without experience and proper tools. In the worst case, you will damage a genuine movement, and remember that the watch must be correctly sealed again and needs a pressure test afterwards. The original caliber 3285 has a beautiful and perfect finishing without any imperfections. The oscillating weight is big in size and goes all the way to the case edges. All engravings are clear with a strong contrast. The ceramic ball bearings are visible and much finer, and the winding is smooth and sounds beautiful. And here's the result. The certificate for the watch inspection by TP Labs. As you can see, mechanism, case, bracelet, strap and dial are marked as fake. So pretty much the whole watch is fake and was correctly inspected from the watchmakers. And with that we have it, guys. This was a professional watch authentication for my $1,000 Super-Clone. As you wrote me a lot of comments that there would be even better clones in the market, I might do such a video once again. But I guess this Super-Clone was quite hard to reveal in a lot of aspects. And without the proper equipment and a genuine product next to it, it might be very hard for anyone who just started in the hobby to figure out that this is not a genuine product. Also remember that such a watch inspection can show you problems on genuine watches and is well worth it for 600 dirham or roughly $160. If you are planning to do one for yourself, give Timepiece 360 a visit, as the team does a great job and is friendly and fast. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye bye.